Hello students, welcome to Vidya Myriad. This video is made for class 9 of chapter number 14 statistics, and today we are going to begin with exercise 14.3 from Ncert. Question number 1. Now here a survey conducted by an organization for the cause of illness and death among the women between the ages 15 to 44 worldwide found the following figures. So table is provided to you. What we have to do is we have to represent the information graphically. Which condition is the major cause of women's ill health and death worldwide, and try to find out with the help of your teacher any two factors which play an important role in the cause into being the major cause. So let us first make a tabular form of this. With the help of the information provided, we have presented in the graphical representation with the help of the histograms provided. If you look at the table, there is x-axis which is represented the causes, and there is y-axis which is representing the female fertility rate in the percentage. Now according to this, the major cause of women's ill health and the death worldwide is because of the reproductive health conditions, and it is basically what can be the various two factors. Maybe there is lack of education and the poor backgrounds which they are not aware of. They are lacking the major effects or the drawbacks of the various things due to which their health conditions are not proper. Question number 2. Here the information is presented in the form of section and number of girls per 1000 boys. We will represent it and we will discuss about its conclusion. If you see, we have represented your x-axis is represented by a section and your y-axis is represented by the numbers. We have started from 880 and number of girls per 1000 boys. From this information we can conclude that the maximum number of girls per 1000 boys is in the category of scheduled tribes, that is ST, and the minimum is related in the urban sections. So from the graph we can very well frame our answers. We can find out what is maximum and what is minimum, and also the relations. Question number 3. Here information is provided based on the political party and the seats won. So let us make a graph. So graph is like this with the help of political parties and seats won. So here we can very well make it out that party A has won the maximum number of seats because that bar is the tallest. Now if I ask you which one is the lowest number of seats won, so that is party E will be there, which is the lowest graph. So we can easily find out our answers. Question number 4. Here your length is given and number of leaves are given. We have to draw the histogram. Is there any other suitable graphical representation for the same data? Is it correct to conclude that maximum number of leaves, that is 153 mm long, and why? Let us see. From this distribution we can say we have drawn the length of in mm is there, number of leaves are there. Based on this, it's a continuous series. We can draw the histogram and we can conclude that this is lying between 144.5 to 153.5, that is the tallest yellow bar if you see. Now they are asking, is there any other suitable graphical representation? Yes, we can use the frequency polygon, or we can also use the line graph to represent this information. So now they are asking about whether it is correct to say that maximum number of leaves is 153 mm long. No, it is not the correct information, because that 153, if they are told, they are lying between the class interval of 145 to 153, or we call it as 144.5 to 153.5. Now here you must be wondering that length is given as 118 to 126, then 127 to 135, then 136 to 144. So you must be wondering why I have made a new table because of this and writing 0.5. Now first of all, our class interval should be in continuous series. So if you see, we can easily make it continuous by subtracting 0.5 from my lower limit and adding 0.5 in my upper limit. By doing that, I have reframed my frequency distribution and made my graph. So that is why whenever your class intervals are not equal, we will try to make it equal. Next, they are talking about lifetime in hours and number of lamps they are telling. So we can very well prepare this histogram. They are asking how many lamps have a lifetime of more than 700 hours. Now if I want to ask from more than 700 hours, it will be from 700 to 1000. 700 to 800, if I see, the number of lamps are 74. 800 to 900 are 62 and 900 to 1000 are 48. So I need to add all the three together, that is 74 plus 62 plus 48 gives us 184. Next, you have section A and you have section B. Represent the marks of the students of both these sections on the same graph by two frequency polygons. From the two polygons, compare the performance of the two sections. Now here the polygons, what we are going to do is with the help of the line interval. So let us re-prepare it by writing the class intervals again and writing the section A and section B in that particular class. Now here if we see, according to the line graph, you will find out that section A has performed better than section B. So it is very well, it is clearly shown, though the highest is blue is representing section A, but if you compare between the last, the lowest and the graph ups and downs, it is very well clear that section A has performed better. Now we have number of balls, team A and team B. Now if you look at the series, number of balls 1 to 6, 7 to 12, 13 to 18, they are not continuous series. So first of all, we will change it and make it into continuous series by subtracting 0.5 from the lower limit and adding 0.5 in the upper limit. So we have reworked on it, we have represented team A and team B, and with the help of line graph, we have framed our number of balls on the x-axis and run scored on the y-axis. Question number 8. Age in years and number of children. Now here, there you will find one problem. If you see at the class intervals, they are not continuous and they are irregular in the class intervals. That means if you see at the 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 17. Your class interval or the class width is not same. When it is not same, we will try to find out the adjusted frequencies on the basis of the length of the rectangle by using a formula which is given as minimum class size upon class size multiplied by frequency. For every class interval, we need to recalculate this by using the formula minimum class size upon class size multiplied by frequency. Now let us see over here. If you see age is given, we will copy down exactly the same. We will copy down the frequencies. Then we will find out the width of the class. What is the gap between these class intervals? 1 to 2, there is only one gap. 2 to 3 also 1, 3 to 5 2, 5 to 7 is also 2, 7 to 10 3, 10 to 15 5, 15 to 17 2. If you see, the width of the class is written. Now length of the rectangle, again I will tell you the formula. Length of the rectangle is minimum class size upon class size. Now what is the minimum class size here? 2 minus 1 is 1. So and the class size of it multiplied by the frequency. What are the frequency? We already know. So length of the rectangle is 1 upon 1 multiplied by 5, which is 5. 1 upon 1 multiplied by 3, which is 3. 1 upon 2 multiplied by 6 is equal to 3. 1 upon 2 multiplied by 12 is 6. 1 upon 3 multiplied by 9 is 3. 1 upon 5 multiplied by 10 is 2. 1 upon 2 multiplied by 4 is equal to 2. Now if you see, your numerator 1 is same everywhere. Now what is this 1? 1 is your minimum class size. Minimum class size here is 1, which will be used in 1 in all the parameters. So 1 upon the class size, whatever the class size or class width we have taken, multiply the frequency. So now we have got the new frequency or the adjusted frequencies. So based on this, we will draw the histogram using the current information. Question number 6. Now here it is related with number of letters and number of surnames. Now this also is not equal, it is unequal class interval. For the unequal class interval, we will use the above formula which we have just done. So for that we need to find out which is the minimum class size. Now in this case the minimum class size is 2, and we will represent, or we will make a new table by writing number of letters, frequencies, width of the class. Now from the width of the class itself you can find out which is the minimum width. Minimum width is 2. So 2 will remain same for all, that is the numerator. So 2 upon the width of the class multiply by the frequency. So 2 upon 3 multiply by 6 which gives you 4. 2 upon 2 multiply by 30 which gives you 30. 2 upon 2 multiply by 44 which is 44. 2 upon 4 multiply by 16 which is 8, and 2 upon 8 multiply by 4 which is 1. So this you have got the new frequencies, and based on this you will make your own histogram. Now maximum frequency is 44, which is relevant to the class interval of 6 to 8, and therefore maximum number of surnames lie in the class interval 6 to 8. I hope children you must have understood how we have drawn the class intervals and how we have done for unequal class intervals using the formula. And when your class intervals are equal but it is not continuous, so we can subtract 0.5 and add 0.5 for the upper limit to make it continuous. So our focus is our class interval should be equal and continuous.